Go ahead.
All right. I just want to just in a short introduction to Darlene. Darlene Clark. I've known her many, many years now, and I'm just constantly awed by her energy and her devotion to these wonderful children. And she has seen them come from probably first grade all the way up through college because of the work that she and many people do with SLYC. I don't know what else to say, but I'm not a public speaker, and even if it's a small crowd, it's still a
Well, one thing,
challenge.
Sean, you
What?
could tell about going up to St. Luke's.
Okay,
the after
all right.
school, which you actually went.
Years ago, well, actually, I think Nancy spoke a lot about how this all started, but it started with Amanda's father, who was dean of the cathedral in Baltimore, and when he retired, his second job or second vocation was to develop an inner-city program that gave support to families and children in a very, very poor neighborhood of Baltimore. And I can remember going there when it was first started, and it was housed in St. Luke's. That was a cathedral that had been closed and reopened for this program. And it was on trial with the diocese that see if it would work. And if it worked, then, you know, they would help keep it going, and if it didn't, it didn't. So they met in the basement of this St. Luke's, and they painted it and fixed it up like you often do with properties that are a bit dilapidated, and they made it quite cozy and warm and welcoming. And the children came, I think, every day, right,
Yes.
after school.
Yes.
And that's all they had was just this program. And then it just kept growing. It just seemed like one blessing after another happened. And it developed into summer camps and scholarships to spend, I think, a week at Claggett. And it's just been a very God-supported, Holy Spirit-supported program with a great deal of love. So that's enough. And do you want to say anything? Here we. Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you, Ms. Shawn.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Huh?
First of all, thank you for your continued love, generosity, and support of us. We really appreciate it. We are truly grateful. We had the initiative of Moms on a Mission. You didn't know what to talk about. How about we used your house for Moms on a Mission to give our mothers some relaxation, so give them a time so that they could, just scream in their head and then release. We got our nails done. We had dinner. We had an exercise program. We had a painting program, all at this lady's house. So we tried to get in where we fit in. We got these kids. We started out with these kids because they were falling through the cracks. They weren't bad kids. They just didn't have anything to do, nowhere to go, nobody to monitor them. Some of them were latchkey kids. Those are kids that have a key to get into the house, but there's nobody there. They have somebody in there, but those people are, they wake up in the morning, they're fussing at them to hurry up and get out of my house, and just things like that. And you have to really check the mental of some of us. And that's not what you leave on the kids. I was just saying, that when you wake up in the morning, and you say, good morning, kids. How about let's reframe that. Is there anything that you might want to talk about this morning before we get started? You have anything on your mind? Is it something you want to do or something that's bothering you? I mean, it's not to inflame any feelings that they might have. It's to let them know that it's a safe place to release those feelings. And those are some of the thoughts and ideas and provisions that we try to give to our parents and kids. I like what I do. Nobody could have ever told me that I would be doing what I'm doing. Being a grandmother is like the easiest job. God. I mean, I'm a grandmother. I'm still bandaging knees. I'm still giving out hugs. I'm still giving them the side eye when I don't like something's done. I'm doing all of those things and still encouraging those kids to want to be something, to want to create something, to want to think outside themselves, to realize that all that glitters is truly not gold. But don't think that you can't have the things that are shiny to you. I mean, it's nice to want to have a big house to put mommy in, but there is a way to do everything. We send the kids to, first of all, we have the after-school program. The after-school program consists of maybe any given day, maybe 25, 30 kids might be running through there. And these are kids from 4 to 18. Once they get to high school and start thinking about furthering their education or doing something technical, they come back. I was saying earlier that these kids, they go to City, they go to Poly, they go to Dunbar, they go to Digital. They have those distances to travel. Now we're on, right now we're on Arlington and Lafayette. But
I'm going to interject just for a minute. The way that Baltimore City does its high schools is a little different than in Columbia. So middle schoolers apply to different high schools, and the ones she mentioned, like City, Poly, Western, some of those are the most advanced. They have STEM and other art and things like that. Some of the other high schools are less well stocked with options. And so many of the SLYC kids are actually going to these better high schools. Here's
they just
the
graduated.
Like Digital Harbor is one you may have heard of. It's down near Fort McHenry. Poly and City are way up there, a little bit closer to the old Memorial Stadium. But to get there, kids have to take buses and do whatever. It's not an easy trek by any stretch of the imagination.
I went to Poly.
Okay, so they come those distances and they come to us. They have so many options. They have so many other directions they could have turned. But they didn't. They come down and they help. They come down and sometimes they just lay around. We have a team room. And sometimes they just come around, lay around in the team room and talk amongst themselves. They come in, they do their homework. When we get to the after-school program, we were afforded a 13-passenger van. We were blessed with a 13-passenger van, and we pick the kids up from school. We bring them to our site. And the first thing you do is read. You give me 20 minutes of reading, period. I'm going to get my 20 minutes one way or the other. So, get it how you live it. But, and after that, if you have a homework assignment, if you have a project, our kids do projects, it's for school. If you have a project, then we make sure that you have your materials. I go to the school, and we have another young brother that goes to the school. He's in the school so that if, any of the kids are having an issue or what have you, then Mr. Kendall is in the school, and you can sit there and you can talk to him. He talks you in off the ledge, go back to class. I go to the school and communicate with the teachers and the staff because I was in one of the classrooms while my grandchildren were going to the school.
Oh, hold on, I'm interjecting again. Are you talking about Franklin Square
Yes.
Elementary?
Yes.
So explain that that's only a few blocks away from Carey Street, which is where St. Luke's is located.
Right.
And I do have, I'm going to show the video on an iPad. For the younger kids in elementary and middle, then you're a short distance away.
Right.
Is that correct?
Right.
And
Hey.
you're talking about, you were,
That got me nailed to the wall, don't you?
Excuse me a minute, do we have a time for what you want to show? Are we running?
sure, why don't
Do we
go
have-
ahead and show that,
And then we can talk some more afterwards.
It's the video.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna just come right where Michelle is, you don't have to do anything,
All right.
except I'm gonna press a button and then all the world will work, right?
Do you want to sit down?
No, I do not want to sit down. Okay. Turn sideways. Okay.
It doesn't go on the screen up here?
We can't get the screen to work,
Oh,
sorry.
I am too.
Okay.
All right. Can you get that full screen?
I cannot get it full screen.
Tell you what, why don't I just play it off the laptop? Y'all can hear it a lot better.
Oh, good idea, Chris. Could you go ahead and
right.
do that, please?
Yep, give me a
Okay.
second.
What is he doing?
He's gonna play it on this laptop.
All right, so everybody will have to come up front and look at this laptop up here.
Yeah, so just.
You have to come up.
Yeah, a little exercise is always good for everybody anyway.
Okay, come up, so you
Your
can
watch
see, you have to watch
distracts you
this.
Like mine does, and
Okay.
counts when you're standing,
There
not
you
just your
go.
steps.
I don't let my watch do any of that.
Okay, Chris, are you?
Today, kids have too many choices. They have too many options. And anything that they want to know that is illicit or illegal, He just graduated. or just in city. bad taste, can be found in the palm of their
Western.
hand. Give them a space where they could actually be children. This is St. Luke's.
St. Luke's has been deemed structurally unsound. And that's a lot of stress for our team every season to move pack, move pack, move pack.
Currently, we have a capital campaign going to raise $13 million to help us get back into the clergy house on the St. Luke's campus.
We appreciate the churches for letting us use our facility, but it's nothing like turning the keys to something that's yours. We really want to go home. We can't wait to get home.
Man, who was it that said it? Michelangelo said
That's my
that
grandson with
the
pigtails.
art or the sculpture is inside the marble already. He just chipped away so that you could see the form. And that's what we do. We chip away so that we can see the form.
They're learning, and they're learning from us. It's a gift that we're able to give to them, and it's important, and they're gonna take it and give it to someone else.
Like, it's a no judge zone. Like, it's that place you can just be yourself no matter what. And it's no judgment because everybody here act a little funny.
I met Miss Clark, I met Miss Danny, Miss Jackie, and they really they brought SLYC together and made me feel like I'm loved, like made me feel home.
We ended up making our own village. Like, all of us realized that we were all missing something within our homes, within our families.
When we enroll the kids, we enroll the family. So if dad has got an issue, then dad can call and he can say what's going on and we can figure it out. St. Luke's is Linus has a comfy blanket, and that's our blanket. So if you go out into our yard, it's a big space, and that's where the kids would run. Kendall would pull out the barbecue, the grill, and the kids would have fun. They would have fun.
We have people that have never even met us and just heard our stories and be like, we can definitely do something about this. Like, we can help them. We love what they do.
Home is where the heart is, so we can bring life back to that community.
I can't wait to go back home.
Thank you for believing in us.
That's Chris. He's getting ready. I mean, he just graduated.
Please help us keep creating.
Dejan, he was going to You've seen Polly and City. Those are twins.
We cannot wait to go back home.
The line is Western.
This program has changed many a life.
That's age.
Please help us keep our family.
That's Tamia, 70. Yep.
Okay.
That is not the video that I thought that she was going to show, but yeah, that's us.
So
That's.
what were you expecting?
I was expecting, and mine, you.
So Amanda sent us a PowerPoint, and in that PowerPoint, that video is in the PowerPoint.
Okay.
Oh.
That came from Amanda.
Oh.
Got it.
Wow.
So why don't we just talk in general, and if we decide to show that little clip of video, we can do so. But otherwise, we'll chat. And
Yeah, if you have another video and you want to give Patricia the link, she can text it to me and I'll put it up.
I'll find it.
It's on YouTube.
I'll find it. Okay.
Okay.
Take it away. Talk about the kids. One thing I would really like everyone to understand is how they personally can contribute their time, talent, or
treasure.
In Ms. Sean's case, she can make quilts just like Nancy, and I think you went there at one time and helped kids learn to make their own little square, right?
I may have. I don't know.
The issue is at Camp Imagination, which goes from June 29th to August 1st, or 31st, July 31st. There's an opportunity to drop in and either share a skill you might have, a hobby, like collecting, I don't know, amateur train setups.
Right.
Give people an idea if they felt the call. How would they help you transfer this knowledge and wealth and talent onto the next generation?
Just like Pat says, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, come and share it with us, because you'd be amazed at what kids find interesting. And then they sit around and try to figure out how we know this. How do we know that trains are fun like that? How do we know that electricity moves and it works this way? We have people that come in with rock collections, and some of my kids still have the rocks that they, gave them or they collected. We have coin collectors that come out, and some of the kids still have their coins that they've gotten from this coin collection. It's just things that you can do. Come out, and we have one volunteer. She is a nurse, and she comes out and she helps with homework. And she has raised many a grade, let me tell you. She has really been a real big help. And it becomes so effortless. We got some volunteers from St. David's, and they come in a pack. They kind of shook me up the first time they came because there was so many of them at one time. I was like, whoa, what are we going to do with y'all? But, just come. You can share recipes. We had a chef come in. We've had the police department come by. We've had the fire department come by. The kids, they let them get on the truck. They let them just wander all through the equipment. It's a bunch of stuff that you can do just to entertain kids. Yes, ma'am.
Nancy, microphone.
For volunteering, you don't literally want people to show up one day. Don't you need to know that they're willing to come and to schedule?
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I do have a pad, and if you write your names down and just write volunteer, you call me. I'll reach out to you, and then we can have a conversation about what you might want to do. It's a bunch of stuff that you could do to help motivate these children, to let them know that they have decent choices.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a friend who is a foster father to turtles.
Excuse me.
To turtles.
No, that's perfect.
And he's a person that does wildlife things, and he has turtles in his basement, and he has turtles all over his property in cages and stuff. And he loves to come and bring his expertise to groups like SLYC. Would that be something you'd be interested?
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
when we go out in Lithicum in the summer, they have turtles in this yard, in this enclosure, and the kids.
And they
go
like
out
that?
yes, they do. Yes,
Okay,
they
well,
do.
I will mention it to him because he's a turtle specialist.
Please.
They come from all over the United States because the people can't take care of them or they're getting too old, or of course turtles get pretty old. But
Wonderful, though.
yeah.
The kids, and they would
Okay,
enjoy that.
okay, I'll do that.
My grandson, the youngest one, he's my future paleontologist. He loves dinosaurs. So, him and bones, him and skeletons, him and snouts. And I mean, he just does. So whatever it is that you might think of, come and play a game, come and help do homework, come and just do paintings. What we don't want you to do is come and think that you have the answer. Yeah. We don't want you to come and think that you're coming as a resolution to these kids' issues. We want you to come and we want you to enjoy yourself. We want you to enjoy them. We want you to allow them to enjoy you. Because I think that's where we get our best results. When the kids show you that they enjoy you, when they can't wait to see you again, when they see you when you come again, and they're just like, they trying to knock you over just to get over there beside you. And that's love. That's a wonderful thing. That's encouragement. That's how we get so many kids that want to come, because they tell other kids. I had one mother tell me, she said, I don't want to come, but he can come. I said, what? But I mean, that's part of it. That's part of it. And we deal with that part too, because eventually it is my job to see that she gets in there at least 8 hours a year. And that's what we ask for volunteers, 8 hours a year. First of all, that's because we don't want you underfoot like that. It's like, there's too many cooks in the stew. But we do want our kids to see the various walks of life. We want them to see our nurses. We want them to see our educators. We want them to see our doctors. We want them to see our orators. We want them to see. We don't want them to think that we don't want them to think that life is boring and you have to go out and do foolishness to make it exciting. We want them to have a chance at being a kid, because our kids don't get to be kids. I mean, an 11-year-old got shot 7 times. Who does that? I mean, how do you live with yourself after that? So, to be able to have some place where they can come and they can eat, which is something that, believe it or not, is something that don't happen regularly. They have some place that they can have fun and don't have to look over their shoulders. They have some place where they can create, because we got some really creative, really talented kids. We have somewhere that they can come and they can express themselves, and if they need to talk to somebody, there is somebody there for them to speak to. not just, you know, Grandma or Miss Danny or Miss Jackie, but we have Miss Carrie, who is our what do you call her? Social worker. We are trying to set up programs so that, you know, parents can go to school. First of all, we hire within our family circle. And we don't want, you know, those outside influences coming in and saying, well, you should do this so that you can grow this to be bigger like this. And no, that's not what we want. We want to keep it simple. We want to keep it simple. We want to keep it direct. We want to keep it so that the kids are already being bombarded with a lot of stuff that they have to figure out. They have to dissect so that they can make it right for North Avenue, so that they can make it right for the classroom, so that they can make it right for whatever test. I mean, you know how many tests Baltimore City kids have to take during the course of a year for school? That is ridiculous. MAT, MST, ABC, DFG. Come on now. Stop. What are you testing for? Who are you competing against? And at this point, we looking kind of crazy anyway. So we got to really do the best that we can. We got to stretch this dollar that we got. Is anybody want to say anything? Because I'll just...
We know how the children benefit. You said when a child joins the program, the family joins the program.
That's
Talk
right.
a bit about how that family will also benefit.
We have a Christmas cafe. Well, I told you about the field trips. Well, those kids that are enrolled in the program, they're allowed to go on those field trips. We just went to Dave & Buster's a couple of weeks ago. And we take sisters and brothers, siblings and what have you that are enrolled in this program. We do a Christmas cafe. And the Christmas cafe is where we allot so much money to families. You got 4 kids, then you get $60 4 times so that you can go shopping. The kids come in during the cafe and there are gifts that are already purchased, like cups and things that you would give a parent. And the kids can, you know, they can gift wrap, pick the gift wrap and buy stuff. That way when mommy and them have their bag to go out, they have their bag to go out, so everybody's got their surprises. Those are the things that, I mean, they do what we do. If it's a situation where somebody is trying to get into a school, like one little girl, I'm trying to figure out how, well, I'm talking to the workers at school, because they say that the mother says that she thinks that she has, oh my stars, what does that little girl have? It's a blood disease.
Leukemia?
No, not leukemia. It's
Sickle cell.
Sickle cell, that's it. And she thinks she has sickle cell. I said, well, how is it that you don't know if she's going to doctor's appointments? They're not telling me anything during that. So I don't know how to listen to the parent because I don't know what she's saying. So I talked to the worker at school. Can you figure out some way that we can, you know, bridge this so that, you know, because there are programs that will, she misses a lot of time out of school. And there are programs that will see to it that she is allowed to get the work that she needs at home. And when she can attend school, then, you know, she's not so far behind. So those kind of connections, we try to get in where we fit in. You have a question.
Yes, I do.
Here you go.
Yes, I do. So could you elaborate on what you meant by what your organization or what you represent, you don't want people to come in and act like they have the answers?
Yeah, because some people want to come and they want to tell you how to do things because they think that that's going to make it better. Mm-hmm. And that's not always the case. That's not always the case. Most of the time, it just exacerbates the issue. It doesn't really help it because then there are a lot of tributaries to that river. And you know, we already got a lot going on. So we want, like I said, we want to keep it simple. We want to keep it so that everybody, you know, nobody is made uncomfortable and everybody is working on the same playing ground, the same field. And you just coming in, like I said, to enjoy the kids. Kids, they get a lot of structure. And see, this might seem chaotic. The way we do things, it might seem chaotic. But this is the way to allow them to be kids and enjoy themselves without feeling like they're constricted, without feeling like they have to adhere to something to make somebody else feel good.
Okay. All right.
I hope that was
If
okay.
any of you are thinking about volunteering this summer at any of the camps, I can share a little bit of my own personal experience in doing this kind of thing. And what I find, what I did is I basically just hung out with the kids. And you sense in the situation, does this kid want to go for a walk, or do they want to play a game, or do they want to read a book? Especially when they go to camps, some of these kids have never been away from their own environment. So these camps they're going to, they have a lot of anxiety around this new space. I mean, some of them, you know, have never been through this. And you become sensitive to those that you sense in the group that need just a little extra one-on-one, and just, you know, just, I don't know, you just use your intuit kind of feeling how to be with them. It's a marvelous experience. I highly recommend that you have it at least once in your life to connect with these kids, and they're amazing. They're just amazing. Yeah, I just encourage that if you have any inkling that you'd like to volunteer, go for it, because it'll be worth it. It'll be memorable for you. Thank you.
I'd like to also share a personal experience. So I went to SLYC once, and I came with, as Darlene described, my own stuff, you know. I came to sort of do things the way I feel like things should be done. And that didn't go that well.
They'll teach you.
I immediately, I know about the read time, and I saw there was a young man who was, I guess, one of the older ones that helped to supervise, and he was busy in the computer. And I'm thinking to myself, well, she said it was read time. Like, why is he in this computer? And so I don't know all of the ins and outs. And I didn't make a point to sort of understand the dynamics of what was going on there. I came with my preconceived ideas. And so I think it's very important that you be there as an ear, to be an observer and sort of get why certain things are happening rather than sort of coming with your own stuff. And then also, I don't know that it was known that I was coming too. I kind of sort of showed up because I thought she said come, so I just showed up. So I think what you brought up too, Nancy, is important, that we let them know that you're coming, so, and that you have an idea. I believe one of my talents, maybe it's inaccurate, is music and singing, and so I thought, you know, I could come and just sort of sing with the kids, but they had a whole schedule of things for the day. I'm like, where am I supposed to sing, you know? So again, I came unannounced, so I should have really come when it was planned, and it was understood that when I come, this would be the time for me to start, and this would be the time. So I really encouraged that, but I really did see that those kids needed the support, and that they had some really good team members there giving them some inkling of that, but any more hands would definitely additional hands would
Yes,
definitely been
absolutely,
helpful.
absolutely.
Any other comments from people? Sean?
What? You want this?
What about, just a second, I don't have a mic. The reading time, if you don't have a specific skill you want, how would you go about volunteering to participate in the reading time, which is after lunch every day, is that right?
Well, for summer camp, that would be after lunch. For summer camp, that would be after lunch. After school program, they get out of school at 2:20. When they get to the site where I am, you start reading right then. I mean, if you come in and you don't read right then, fine. But I will get my 20 minutes, one way or the other. Because how our kids, they need that. They need to be able to read. They don't need to be able to just see the words on the page. They don't need to be able to recite the words on the page. They need to be able to understand what it is that they're being asked. When they're given mathematical equations, my granddaughter had this issue. I was worried about her because she was one of them that's cutie on duty. I said, she is pretty, but she ain't gonna have a brain in her head. But as it turns out, when I worked in the classroom with the teacher that she had, and I told her, I said, look, I said, this is what I see. She sees it, but she doesn't understand what she's supposed to do with it. And you could tell it to her, but she's not understanding what she's supposed to do with it. So I tell the teacher this, and the teacher works it out. Now she's in her second year at Clark.
Oh my God.
So, tell me it can't work. Tell me he ain't real. You lying. I mean, my life today is living proof that he's got all the answers I need.
Mm.
And he gives me the provision to work from. So, as long as I'm walking in his way and his will, it's going to be fine. Because, you're not supposed to mix government and money and politics and religion. But I say you need to sprinkle a little religion in all of this that's going on, this foolishness that's going on out here. It's crazy. It's crazy. And nobody wants you to say a prayer. That's how I feel about that. So, yeah, I'm having, my life is good. My life, I can't sleep sometimes. That's because I'm up eating sometimes. But I'm having a real good time, and he's letting me see it. He's letting me see it in real time. And then he's showing me how to make the provision to be able to allow another parent to see it in real time. In the time that they're walking. They can walk down that aisle and grab the tassel and turn it to the, come on now. That's one of the greatest feelings. And I got it.
Darlene, if anyone here wanted to volunteer for the summer camps, can you give us a little bit of a picture? It'd be different than if you're doing children coming from school, but so what would they expect, and how soon do they have to let you know, and sort of give us an idea of the picture a volunteer would do?
Well, like I said, I've got a pad, and can you take your names of the folks that are here right now, and a schedule is provided, a time schedule, and there are slots in the schedule, so that you will be able to say, well, I want to do deer time. Deer is drop everything and read. I want to do breakfast. I want to do lunch. I want to be chaperone when we go, because we do have field trips on Fridays. Yeah, that would be it. You would fill out the schedule, and you would just adhere to the schedule that you made yourself.
So they would call you?
Well, there's a link on the website, which we put in our gatherings and in,
Great.
and in the blog. So there are several places, so you just go to the place that says volunteer.
Right.
And
Okay.
you end up on it's like a sign-up genius for a potluck, only instead you're signing
And
up
that's
to
exactly
read
what
a
Jackie
book.
called it,
Yeah.
sign up genius.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
genius thing.
that's how you would do it.
Yeah.
If you visit the outreach page of our website, all the links are in this week's outreach blog post.
Oh my, you just came out of nowhere.
Thank you, Chris.
Hi.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Including the video that we just watched.
He looks like God, but he claims he is.
Please, hush, hush, hush.
That's nice.
Wait a second. I want to ask about the field trips because in my own experience as a parent, I really enjoyed chaperoning, except for the King's Dominion one with the middle school boys. But like the bowling alley, that was good. Like what kind of field trips do you have?
That's what they do. We do bowling. Like I said, we went to Dave and Buster's. We go to museums. What else do we do? The aquarium. We've been to the aquarium a couple of times.
Science Center.
The Science Center, I'm not really impressed with our zoo, though. So we haven't been there. Because our zoo is kind of lazy. So we haven't been there. Where else have we been?
Well, so there's a schedule already set up for this summer, I assume.
You know what? I really can't tell you. I can't answer that. I'm not sure that Danny has the schedule set up for the field trips. No, I do know that we have a planner for, like Chris says, for volunteering, but I don't know exactly what the field trips are going to be for this year.
I'm sure that when you go onto those links as they develop, you'll be able to get
Yeah,
information.
they'll pop up as they put in, as they happen. Who are you? Yeah.
Oh. Just regular attendee. My name is Jesus Hernandez, and as I mentioned earlier, I graduated from Poly, so I'm very acquainted with the Baltimore public school system. I went to Falstaff Middle School in Northwest Baltimore, and yeah, I have 3 kids. One just graduated from high school. He goes to a school local, Long Reach High School. A middle school kid. She's in the 7th grade, and I have a 9th grader as well. So yeah, you just come here and receive the word of God.
Oh, welcome. I appreciate you. It's because I'm familiar with everybody else's face. I'm just not familiar with yours, so I thought I would ask. I'm nosy like that.
Yeah, no worries. I come sometimes because of kids' activities or work or just family stuff. I don't come like every single Sunday, but I come as frequently as possible. And I'll be in the service afterwards. My middle son, he's going to be supposed to be one of the acolytes today. But yeah, just regular dad. And my oldest is the same age as Sonny, and I became acquainted with this as Sonny's oldest son. Youngest, sorry. Yeah. And I became acquainted with the church through Sonny because our boys have been friends since kindergarten or 1st grade, and they just graduated from high school.
Nice.
And they briefly played together at a travel soccer, and I recall that sometimes him and his wife had to divide and conquer because he had his church activities to go to. It's like, oh, what's this church that you go to? And then I realized it was up the street from our house. So I was like, oh, let's give it check it out. So.
Do you have any comments about Baltimore City schools? Because there's the way it's all set up is so different from how it's done.
Yeah, it's different, and I got to see the juxtaposition with my own kids. So I guess the best way to describe it is a lot of the gifted and talented programs that most schools have, they have it inside, house within. But in Baltimore City, they have specific GT schools with areas of focus. But as a result, if you have to go out of your zone school, which is a school that caters to your respective region, and so oftentimes you have kids from one end of Baltimore having to take public transportation to go to the opposite end. In my case, I lived in Northwest Baltimore, and I had to take public buses. Sometimes it was a 2-hour commute to go to Cold Spring Lane, where Poly was based at, and I had acquaintances that went to City. Dunbar, Poly's the engineering GT school, City's the liberal arts GT school, Dunbar's the life sciences GT school. It's like right next to Johns Hopkins. And Digital Harbor is also engineering/technical schools, but they also have some what do you call it? IT. Not IT, but like trade schools types, high schools like Carver and Mervo.
Carver is a good school. Carver is just in a location is everything. But it's a good school. It's a good school. Mervo, another one, a good school. They just they run the muck over that way. I don't know what's going on with them, but yeah.
So what you're doing is great, especially for a lot of the kids. I was fortunate enough to not have to have a lot of hardship, even though my parents were from very modest backgrounds. They were always provided support. But living in Baltimore City, and I went there in the 90s, you're kind of just exposed to kids from all walks of life. And so you know what they're going through, And my zone school was Northwestern, which is closed down. And that was a very bad, a school of very ill repute. And but I had my friends, because all my friends that didn't go to Poly or to any of the magnet schools went to Northwestern, and I was, you know what they had to deal with, and so it's a.
That's crazy. I went to Northwestern.
It's a certain type of grit you have to develop to go through the Baltimore public school system.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah, and it's interesting seeing my